viewers, this is Wolf here with another figure unboxing and review, and today we're going to be taking a look at another Precious G.E.M series model, another model that I've been really highly anticipating because this is one of my favorite Royal Knights from the Digimon series. We're going to be looking at the Precious G.E.M Ulforceveedramon model from Digimon Savers. So, just taking a look at the box here, the one thing I really love is that this is a very aesthetic box. So this is the front section here, and we have this nice black and white kind of digital background here, with of course Ulforceveedramon front and center here, looking really cool with these green effects in the background. It's a very cool looking box, and of course it's a very large box as well too. So this is going to be a pretty sizable model. So if we rotate this box around and take a look to the sides, of course, just saying Ulforceveedramon, Precious G.E.M here from Digimon Savers, and then on the back here, kind of just showing the model again, and some close-ups of the face and different parts of the model here. There's not really too much to look at the box. Mainly the front and the back is the most eye-catching parts about it. On the very bottom, I kind of like this, where we have a silhouette of Ulforceveedramon there at the very bottom. But that's pretty much going to conclude the visual on the box here. So now let's get on to the unboxing. So I'm just going to quickly take this out of the box here and then take a look at the model, and then give my impressions of it. So let's get this started. Oh, alright, so it goes without saying that this is a very big model. So there's a lot of parts here. You can see that, of course, we have the two parts of the cape, I guess you could say, right there. We have the model here, a part of the effect part for the blade right there, and then, of course, the base, which I think the base looks very nice. But let's get this out of this packaging here. So now, with everything completely assembled, let's take a look at the model and everything that comes with this package. So we can see here, this is of course the Ulforceveedramon model. The other thing that I find cool about this package is that they actually packaged a card in here. So we have some art of Ulforceveedramon there, doing a little pose, and then it's also signed as well too. So I think that's actually pretty cool that they have this with the packaging here. So you can definitely set this up somewhere, maybe close by to your Ulforceveedramon model. So I think that's pretty cool as an additional to this package. But taking a look at the main course here, this model I think looks absolutely incredible. Honestly, the Precious G.E.M line hasn't really disappointed me at all in the slightest when it comes to their models. They always, they've all looked so amazing from the ones I've collected so far. And just taking a look at this Ulforceveedramon, the colors on this model just look fantastic. The way that they've kind of captured this nice shiny armor look here, with the kind of shiny gold here that they have on the V on the chest, looking very good. And I kind of like the contrast here between the very different colors. So just looking at the body, you know, on the shoulders, we have these little shoulder armor pieces with the little gold sections kind of coming onto it as well, and kind of lining the blue sections of the shoulder armor. And it looks honestly very beautiful. It looks very nice, as well contrasted with the big V on the chest. When we look down to the waist, of course, we have more of that gold lining kind of coming down to this kind of waist part hanging off here, looking very good. Of course, the blue has some very nice looking color shifts going down. You can definitely see that there's different shades of blue in here, which look very good. I think the blues are definitely very eye-catching on this model, and there's so many different shades of blue on this, which I think is really cool. Of course, we have this little silver piece in between the two cloth sections here, which look very good. It's a very shiny looking silver piece here, and of course the belt looks very nicely detailed as well. And then down to the legs, of course, you can see like his muscles there on the legs, looking very detailed as well there. Of course, different shades of blue here from the rest of the blue on the clothing, which is kind of cool. Of course, we have some markings here with this little silver section right in there. But then if we take a look to the base here, and honestly, I really like this base. I think it looks great. Like, it's a nice transparent blue base, and I like the fact that it has Ulforceveedramon's name on it. It's a very nice looking base, and then this kind of design here with like these crystals, with these different colors going through it. You know, we have like blues kind of transitioning into greens and then into yellows at the very ends, at the tips, looking very nice. And the way that Ulforceveedramon kind of sits in here is this is actually mounted straight into the bottom of the feet. So there's 2 mounts here for this foot, and then one mount for this foot here. And honestly, it sits pretty sturdy, despite that being kind of like a weird mounting option. But I mean, I guess, like, what else would you do with this type of pose, right? So it does sit pretty sturdy with this stand here, which I think is very good, very nice. And, you know, just taking a look at the rest of the body, you know, we take a look at the claws here. The detail going onto the hands look really nice, honestly. Like, I like the coloration of the fingers. Sorry, just as the camera focuses here. I just need to block the background. But the detail on the fingers, I think, looks really nice. Of course, with the contrast with the black nails, and then the white fingers there looking really cool. Of course, we have the blue gloves. The material in the gloves looking really nice because you can kind of see the different parts of it, kind of like the wrinkles of it, I think is really interesting. And of course, you can see like the kind of like the finger skeleton kind of right underneath the gloves there, which I think is really cool. Of course, we have like these lightning bolt designs on the rest of the gauntlet there, and the other blade holster, I guess you could say, or blade sheath right here on this arm, looking very good. Another thing that I really like about this model is, of course, the wings. I think the wings look incredible. So I like the fact that they're two-tone as well. So on the very back, of course, it's just all blue. There are some different color shifts going through the blue here. But then, of course, when you look on the inside, it's a very nice red color on the inside. And of course, it's very detailed going all the way down to where we have these very nice looking ripped up sections at the very bottom of them. The cloak or the cape looks very nice. It's very sharp at the ends, very sharp at the tips here, as well as these ripped up sections. And then the little holes here look very good. Definitely looking very distressed, which I think looks really nice as well with this pose, with how the I guess you could say the wings kind of curve down, kind of curve around the model here with this pose. I think looks very nice. So now taking a look at the blade here. So the blade is captured very beautifully with this nice translucent effect part here for the blade. So this piece looks very nice. I'm honestly very impressed with this blade. It's very simple. It's just a translucent part here, but honestly, like the way that it kind of culminates with the rest of the model, especially when you kind of compare it with the stand with the crystal effect here at the bottom, I think that looks very nice altogether. And then even here, if we just take a look at the face here. So, you know, we take a close-up at the eye here. So, of course, we have the orange eye. So the eye is very nicely detailed, as well as these little parts kind of coming down the neck, as well as going around the collar. We have, like, this kind of very bright kind of greenish blue tubing going around the collar, looking very nice. And, of course, the chest section just underneath the gold V here looks very nice. So I think, honestly, like, overall, I think this model looks incredible. I think, and on top of that too, it's a very sizable model as well too. This Ulforceveedramon is pretty big. So here, I just wanted to do a quick size comparison between a few of the other models here. I know that some people in my Kurama video wanted to see a size comparison between other MegaHouse models here, so I definitely wanted to do this with my Ulforceveedramon here. So, just comparing Ulforceveedramon to my Beelzemon model, you can definitely tell that Ulforceveedramon is definitely going to take up a lot more space compared to Beelzemon here, mainly with its verticality. You can tell that this is a very tall figure compared to Beelzemon here, but even when it comes to the horizontal width of Ulforceveedramon, he's honestly pretty wide when you take into account the wings here on the back here. So like if we actually compare these two just like this with Beelzemon in the front, you can actually see that Beelzemon is just slightly wider than Ulforceveedramon with the bike. It's just slightly wider. So honestly, I think overall, this is definitely a lot larger of a model compared to Beelzemon here. And now comparing it over to my Kurama, you can definitely tell that, you know, Kurama is of course going to be a lot wider. It's definitely going to take up a lot more horizontal area compared to Ulforceveedramon, just because of those tails. Those tails are just absolutely massive. But Ulforceveedramon definitely beats it when it comes to the vertical department, mainly when it comes to the blade here, because this blade definitely adds a lot more to Ulforce's vertical height here. So honestly, this Ulforceveedramon is a pretty sizable model, like it's pretty big, and I honestly really like that, and I think the quality to go along with the scale of this Ulforceveedramon is very good. It's very justified, and I think it's very nice. So yeah, that's pretty much the size comparison here with these. Alright, so with all of that said, that's pretty much gonna bring this video to a close. So I'm just gonna go on to my final thoughts about this. Honestly, I think that this Ulforceveedramon model from the Precious G.E.M series is amazing. It's very jaw-dropping. I love the different color variation that we have here, going straight from the base, from these deep blues to these kind of blue transitioning into green and yellow crystals right at the bottom that Ulforce kind of sits on. And then, you know, when we look to the top, we have these very beautiful, very shiny golds lining the different armor plates and the cloth on the body, as well as the big V on the chest. And then, of course, for the wings, the kind of cape-like wings, you know, we have these blues and nice reds, and the different shades of red that we have on the inside here. Coloration-wise, I think this looks absolutely fantastic. The sculpt is very nice, of course it goes without saying, and I honestly think the pose is very good. Like, I love the fact that, you know, he's kind of leaning forward with his blade, kind of showing off the blade there, and I love the fact that the cloak or the wings are kind of flowing in the wind there to go along with the pose. I think this is a very good looking pose that they chose to go with Ulforceveedramon here. This model, I think, is incredible. I think I might like it a little bit more than my Beelzemon model, mainly because I really like Ulforceveedramon as a monster. He's one of my favorite Digimon, as well as one of my favorite Royal Knights as well, too. I think he's supposed to be, like, the fastest Digimon in the series, if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, he's really cool, and I think having a model of him is awesome. This model is a little pricey, but I mean, for the quality and the scale of it, I feel that it's justified. This is going to be, for Canadian dollars, it's going to be a little over $300 for this model, and I'm not really sure if this is available anymore. I think it might be sold out. Maybe you can get it from other online retailers, but I know that for the main one that I picked it up on, it is sold out. So if you guys can get it, if you guys like Ulforceveedramon, if you're willing to spend upwards to $300 for this model just to display your favorite Digimon, honestly, I think it's definitely worth it. You guys should do it because this model is incredible, the quality is fantastic, and you're going to be getting a very nicely sized model to represent your favorite Digimon here. But, you know, with all that said, that's pretty much going to close this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys found it informative. There's definitely going to be a lot more Digimon models and content coming in the future, so I hope you guys stay tuned for that. But until then, I hope you guys stay safe, I hope you guys have a good night or a good day depending on where you are, and I will see you all later.